Why should you reverse engineer your competitors' videos? To a lot of newbie video marketers, their first instinct is to come up with a video that they think is hot. They swear that this video concept that they come up with is going to sell like hotcakes. I've seen this a million times before. The ending is very predictable. The idea that you thought was so hot fizzles out quickly. It turns out that your idea is not the best thing to come around since sliced bread. Far from it. Talk about an expensive mistake. If you want to truly dominate your niche through video marketing, you need to understand that you do not have to reinvent the wheel. Seriously, you just have to figure out what your competitors are doing and let them do your homework for you. Imagine that. Your competitors end up doing your homework for you. How? Pay attention to what they're doing. They're doing it for a reason. They produce videos that fall within a narrow range of topics for a reason. That reason should be obvious. It works. Start there. If you're looking for the top reason why you should just reverse engineer your competitors' videos instead of coming up with something absolutely new, it is this. It gives you a head start. The second reason is you get to build on their strengths and improve on their weaknesses. Usually, being the last person to the game is a big disadvantage. But when it comes to video marketing, it's actually a big advantage. The guys who started before you, they got out of the gate and they stumbled. And they stumbled again. And they stumbled some more. You can learn from their bad experiments and their failed video projects. You get to cherry pick from their successful videos to come up with your own video marketing success. Best of all, you can pick apart their areas for improvement and come up with ways to beat them at their own game. Do you see how this works? Don't beat yourself up over the fact that you're late to the party. In the world of video marketing, being the last person to the game is actually one of the biggest competitive advantages you can ever have. You just have to know what to do. That's the bottom line. Reverse engineer your competitors' videos and figure out the industry standard. Once you have a clear idea of what the standard is, develop your own brand. Of course, coming up with a successful brand is not going to happen overnight. It takes quite a bit of practice. But if you know what you're doing, things will fall into place. One key trick that boosts your video's SEO. What if I told you that there is one simple trick you can use to increase your video's visibility on YouTube? In fact, this little trick might even boost your video's rankings on Google search results. Excited yet? I know you would be. Here's the thing. It's not anywhere close to what you think it is. Usually, when people think of SEO, they think about keywords on pages and backlinks. I really can't blame you for thinking that way because that is standard SEO. Even a newbie search engine optimization specialist would figure this out. The problem is, ranking a video on YouTube is somewhat different from ranking on Google generally. Forget about backlinks. Instead, focus on the core technology that YouTube brings to the table. Did you know that when YouTube processes your video, it actually creates a transcript? Now, you can choose not to make this transcript public. When people click the closed caption option on your video, they can see the transcription if you make it available. You can turn this off. Regardless, Google, which is the technology behind YouTube, is actually paying attention to the words in your video. A lot of video marketers are clueless about this. They use the old tricks. They stuff keywords in their description, their titles, and their file names. Unfortunately, they do not actually talk about the keyword. In fact, for a lot of older videos, these videos have nothing to do with the keyword they are targeting. Google has become smart. The old tricks no longer work. Here's the simple trick. Mention your keyword in your video. Sounds simple, right? Well, there's a complication. Mention it in context. That means there has to be other keywords that give proper context to your keyword. You can't just target one keyword and repeat it over and over again in your video. That's not going to work. In fact, that's going to work against you. You might even get penalized for that. Instead, you have to come up with related keywords that give context to your target keyword. For example, if your target is the phrase baby shoes, you should target baby wear, baby clothes, baby fashion. Do you see the big picture? When Google processes all these different but related keywords together, it sees the context. And your video might get ranked higher for your target keyword. Sounds awesome, right? Well, you're not out of the woods yet. There is one final hurdle. Your video must still be engaging. If your video does not get views or does not get clicks, YouTube is going to bury your video. Pay attention to these factors so you can get a nice bump up in YouTube search results. Too many marketers fail to do this, and they end up failing. I can't even begin to tell you how many times I've seen very effective videos fail at the very end. Don't get me wrong, these videos were well produced. It's obvious that whoever came up with these videos spent quite a bit of time, effort, and money producing them. They're very slick, And they have amazing scripts. They communicate really well. But they're missing one key element, and that's why they failed. I'm willing to bet money that these videos did not even cover their costs of production. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised that the vast majority of these otherwise slick videos I've seen did not make any money at all. Sounds sad, right? Well, you'd be sad too if you spent all that time, effort, and money only to have very little to show for your efforts. How do these marketers fail? What are these videos missing? Well, please understand that a great video is not just about graphics. It's not just about having an awesome script. It's definitely not just about having great content that informs people. Those are very important, but you have to have this additional component. Miss out on this, and you will end up wasting your time producing yet another video. What am I talking about? Call your viewers to action. There's a reason why you created that video. It's not like you had nothing else better to do. You want to make money. Call your viewers to action so they can put extra dollars in your pocket. It's that simple. Not only that, but you have to call them to action repeatedly. Sounds simple, right? Well, here's the complication. You have to call your viewers in context. You can't just say, click the link in the description box below. That's not going to work. Why? Everybody's doing that. What makes your video stand out? What makes your video distinctive? Doing that won't make you stand out. In fact, that kind of call to action is all too forgettable. You have to call your viewers to action in context. How do you do this? You pitch them on the benefit they will get when they do what you want them to do. For example, if I'm promoting a Bitcoin trading system, I would say, if you're tired of losing money or making very little money on Bitcoin trading, click the link below for the answers you need to succeed. You see how this works? You appeal to their problem. What is their problem? They're not making any money or they're losing money. You then connect your solution and tie it to an outcome. The outcome, of course, is to turn things around. I know it seems simplistic, but it works. Don't just say, click below or click the link. That's not going to work. You might as well have not said anything. Never fail to call your viewers to action.
5 practical ways you can start systemizing your business now. In this presentation, I'm going to show you 5 easy ways you can start systemizing your business today. When you optimize your business operations, you can grow your company and increase your revenues more smoothly. Having systems in place can help you quickly and seamlessly scale because they provide you with a proven structure that works. You can turn your business into a more productive, efficient, and consistent machine by following these easy ways of systemizing your business. Determine the functional areas of your business. Systemizing everything in your business at once can be a daunting prospect. The best way to tackle this is by breaking the process down into more manageable chunks. To start, create a list of all the high-level areas in your company that could benefit from systems. These could include sales, product pricing, etc., marketing, social media, lead generation, SEO, operations, front and back office, teams, management, HR functions, money, income and expenses. Identify the areas that have the most issues. Using the list you just created, determine which areas are using up the most resources regarding time, energy, and money. Those are the areas that you should focus on first. Look at areas where you always get pulled into matters that aren't the best use of your time and concentrate on fixing those areas that are causing inefficiencies and that are wasting your valuable resources. Access the current systems. After you've determined the areas in your business to systemize first, begin to create a master list of subsystems for that category and assess each one individually. Determine if the system is good, broken, or missing. A good system would be something like a standard database listing all your product vendors, an end-of-the-day closing checklist, or your paid time off procedures for your employees. A broken system is where only one person knows that a particular system exists, or where multiple people are following their own policies. A missing system is a gap that leads employees to create their own process because none currently exist. Only document procedures when necessary. You don't need to document every process in your operations manual. You are creating these systems so you can simplify, not overly complicate your business. Use common sense to balance the documentation with implementation. Keep things simple and only document the most critical and complicated processes in your business. Repeat the process. Continue to repeat the process until you have systemized the most critical and complicated procedures in your business. Some systems that could make a significant impact on your company's structure are product launches, product delivery, email marketing, project management. Putting systems in place will put your business and personal life more at ease. While it takes some implementing effort on the front end, it will be well worth your efforts in the end. 5 signs you need to implement systems in your online business. In this presentation, I'm going to show you the 5 signs that you need to systemize your business. The road to becoming a successful entrepreneur isn't an easy one. The amount of work it takes to keep the business running can quickly overshadow your passion. Here are 5 signs that you need to systemize your business. Sign 1. You feel stressed and overwhelmed. If your to-do list seems never-ending and you have no time to enjoy personal life, it may be time to look at how you're doing things in your business. Putting systems in place can help save you a ton of time and energy so you can focus on the things that will help grow your business. Sign number 2. Your business isn't progressing. If it seems like your business has come to a standstill, it's time to start systemizing the tasks that can occur on a regular basis. There are only so many hours in the day, and if you feel like no matter what you do, you can't seem to find the time to expand, then you need to systemize. Sign number 3. You've become inconsistent. When you start forgetting about essential meetings or forget to send out invoices to your clients or can't find the time to follow up with prospective clients, then it's time to start implementing systems in your online business. The more inconsistent you are with your actions, the higher the chances are that you are letting potential clients slip through the cracks. Sign number 4. You don't have a consistent flow of clients. This is a direct result of not having a system in place to ensure you have a consistent flow of new clients to work with. If you are continually finishing a project only to find that you don't have another client waiting in the wings, then you need to start systemizing your business. Sign number 5. Not treating your clients as you would like to. When you become overwhelmed and exhausted, you are unable to provide your customers with excellent service. It comes through in your energy level and how you respond to clients. If you can relate to any of these warning signs, then it's time to start implementing systems in your business to decrease your workload and increase your productivity. With strong policies in place, you can spend less time working while increasing profits. 5 steps for systemizing your business. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you the 5 steps needed to systemize your business. When it comes to systemizing your business, the first place to start is on the front lines. These are the people who are answering the phones and dealing with the paperwork. They are the ones who know what does and doesn't work in the business's daily operations. Determine who the right people in the company are to help you develop your systems, and sit down with them to outline each process from start to finish. Step 1. Determine the what and why. After you've determined which options need to be systemized, you need to determine why these activities are being performed daily. When you and your employees understand the point behind the tasks, it can help to clarify the value of each job. You also need to discuss what kinds of things they need to perform each function. This includes physical items as well as esoteric stuff like signatures from management or buy-ins from other departments. Step 2. Appoint an owner. When you've determined the what and why of your business operations, you need to appoint an owner to each task. This will be someone who is ultimately responsible for seeing the process through, no matter how many people are involved. You need to grant these people the authority to push the process through, no matter what his day-to-day role is in the company. Step 3. Get everyone to agree. This is a step in the process where you need to get everyone to agree on the new system. End your systemization meetings with a discussion on the new system and determine if there was anyone who has a problem with the new process. Give your employees a chance to talk about their concerns and provide suggestions to improve the process. Step 4. Document, document, document. Once you've agreed to the new recommended process, it's time to make sure that it is clearly documented. It is imperative that you be consistent throughout each process by trying to use the same terminology and structure throughout. When your systems are laid out in the same way, it will be much simpler to adopt all the policies across the board. Step 5. Communicate. The final step for systemizing your business is to communicate the new processes to your staff. After the original documents have been delivered, check in with the stakeholders to see if the new systems are working. Whether you're running an established business or you're just starting, putting systems in place to handle the day-to-day tasks will make your business run smoothly and increase productivity among your staff. Common systemization mistakes you need to avoid. In this tutorial, I'm going to tell you about the common systemization mistakes that you need to avoid as a business owner. As an entrepreneur, your business will begin to expand to the point that you will no longer be able to be directly involved in the day-to-day activities. To move into the next phase of growth, You will need to create systems that will allow you to focus your energy on growing and improving your business. However, there are many mistakes that you can make when first introducing business systemization. Not doing research yourself. As a small business owner, you might have an idea of what it means to systemize your business, but you may not have worked in an environment that includes multiple automated business processes. It is essential that you don't just hand over the process to a management consultant. You need to understand how the process works. You need to understand what your business needs to be successful and generate more profits. Not planning. When embracing business systemization, take a few days to formulate a plan. This plan will need to include identifying routine activities and tasks, the standards that you expect at the completion of each operation, the philosophy behind the actions, the people responsible for carrying out the activities, a template for each step of the activities, how you will review and improve the process. Doing too much at once. Trying to design too many systems at once will leave you overstretched as a business owner. The first thing that you want to work on is creating policies for the processes that happen most frequently. Don't waste your time right now focusing on procedures for activities that only occur a few times a year. Focus your time and energy on daily activities that cause problems and frustration. Start with small activities so you can become confident in documenting and testing systems before moving on to more complex processes. Not communicating with your team. It is essential that you fully inform your team about the changes that are taking place with the business processes. Your team will be more supportive and more involved if they understand the benefits to the business and them personally for systemizing. These common pitfalls will quickly derail the progress you make in systemizing your business. Putting stable systems in place will make your business run smoother and increase productivity among your staff so you can focus on continuing to grow your business. How systemization can help you grow your online business. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how systemization can help you grow your online business. When you run your own online business, there is never a shortage of things to do. For every task you complete, there are 4 more to add to your plate. You often find that you don't have the time or energy to focus on the bigger picture. This is where systemization can help. Visualize your future. When you begin to think about your long game, it is essential to take the moment to visualize where you see your business heading. This can be in the next 6 months, year, or 5 years. You won't be able to begin systemizing your business and moving it forward until you can establish the direction that you're headed. Identify your processes. Your first step is to identify the tasks within your business that are reoccurring. Those tasks that take up precious time from your daily and weekly routine. These tasks are perfect for systemization. Taking the time to think about your daily operations will allow you to recognize the jobs that are repetitive. Here are some of the tasks that are common and perfect for systemizing. Preparing and sending invoices, bookkeeping, customer support, preparing and sending an email newsletter, preparing project proposals. The list will vary from business to business based on the way things are done. Start documenting. Once you've identified some of the business tasks that can be systemized, you will need to start documenting them step by step. These procedures will become the backbone of your company and will serve as an operating manual for new hires. When recording the systems, you need to be as detailed as possible and include every step, sub-step, and explanation. Make your procedures visual. No one wants to read pages upon pages of text documentation. That's why it's incredibly important to break up long blocks of text with visuals, like screenshots and videos. These can add clarity to each step of the process. Delegate tasks. Once you've created the documentation, execute the procedure yourself by following along with the documentation you've created. This will allow you to confirm that you haven't skipped any crucial details or steps. Once you're sure the document is correct, you can start delegating these systemized tasks to your staff. With the library of process documentation that you've created, you've built a successful machine that can run itself, allowing you to focus on the activities that are necessary to continue to grow your business.